Yeah, it's a massive upgrade. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we're reviewing the P1000 Nikon. This is the ultimate super zoom camera in the world. 500x super zoom technology, 125x optical zoom with another 4x digital zoom, records 4K footage. Now, I've been using this camera for about a week and I did want to love it. I wanted to love it so much, but unfortunately I already own one of these FZ80s. Now this guy with digital zoom does 330x zoom. Check out the review of it, amazing stuff. Now the quality of this behemoth, the P1000, it is about 3 times as good as this. I'm serious, 3 times as good, the quality. So when you zoom in and you compare the footage side by side, yeah, it does look better. But the actual extra reach is only about 50%, is that right? 50% extra zoom. We've been trying to do some UFO spotting. We had some fun checking out Venus, checking out the moon, the craters. And the hardest thing about this P1000 is because it's so heavy and because the weight isn't balanced correctly, as you zoom in, it gets heavier and heavier on the tip, and you need to use your left hand on the focus ring because the autofocus is pretty pathetic. So if you ever try zooming in handheld, it's very difficult, right? It's very difficult, and it's just too unstable. With this guy, honestly, with one hand I can zoom right into Venus. Seriously, with one hand, and it works. It's amazing. It is so difficult. It is so difficult to keep it balanced using this camera. It is just so difficult. I'm not able to. I can't do it. This is so you need to use a tripod. Okay, so now I've got Venus in my sights, and this is the maximum zoom right there. I've got it nice and solid. It's still flickering and bubbling around. It looks nice and big and chunky. It just looks like a nice, looks like a bean, a floating, watery kind of like blob of bean in the sky. It's a crescent right now, Venus. So you can get some sights. Now I'm going to switch over to my trusty FZ. Now this guy is so light. Honestly, it's so nice to use. I'm going to just switch it up right now. And I'm going to just look at this amazing lock. I just lock in, zoom. It zooms really fast, and boom, I've got it right there. I'm holding it, and it's locked into place. I'm going to hit the record button so you can see what I'm doing. But look, I've just locked it into place. 100% completely locked. I can hit autofocus here. It is a night, and this one is so, look at that zoom, it's so fast. It's just so fast, and it's so stable. I'm literally just pressing the zoom button, and it's locked in my sights like that. 100%, I can get a nice super zoom over here. Look at that, 330x zoom, zooming in on the same object in the sky. Super arm technology with this guy, it's just too shaky. There's no, could you use it?
So first up, we're going to take a look at the moon. Now, I have put it on a tripod because I did try doing it with a hand, but it was just so shaky and didn't work. So here we go, let's take a look. So we're almost, at full. You can start to see the craters. Everyone loves the moon. Just take a look at that quality of the moon. You can see the craters. Now apparently the craters do actually have names, which I wasn't aware of until recently. So we're going to take a closer look now at the craters and see if we can see anybody smiling back at me. Oh my god, there's literally someone waving back at me. It's very nice, it's very nice. Alright, now I know you guys all wanted to see what that UFO thing was about. Well, it actually turned out to be Venus, and we're going to take a look now with the Nikon P1000 and see what it looks like. Is it still that germ cell, or is it something else? Let's take a look. So we're going to just zoom straight out again. And there you can see it just there. Alright, so it's just on the horizon. Now let's just angle this. The brightest star in the sky. Crescent. Interesting fact about Venus, the surface is actually full of atmospheric gas. So we as humans actually couldn't go there because we would die because of the atmospheric gas that's around it, which is why it actually looks fuzzy when you look at it through a telescope or a camera. Pretty cool. Okay, I've got to say one thing. Even though I'm using this on a tripod, I am still having to balance it, counterbalance it with my hand, just to help in with the zoom, give it a bit more support. So I'm actually finding that it does feel quite heavy on my wrist. When I'm using it without the tripod, so just this by itself, oops. When I use it without the tripod by itself, it is so heavy, and I don't know, I'm right-handed, and I'd say my right hand is pretty strong. I mean, take a look at those guns, right? But for me, this is actually really taxing on my right hand. It'd be nice if it had a dual handle so that I could hold it on my left hand and train up my left arm, because it's not as big as my right, but it is really heavy. And not only that, this is when it's not really extended in its full amount. So when I extend it fully, let me just show you how big it gets. It's really big, and so that makes it even heavier if you're just doing a one-handed shot, and for example you need to use your left hand to focus the ring because the ring line is over here, so you're really having to support your right hand. All of your muscles are getting engaged, and it is a bit of a workout. Like, I have to say, it's probably not the one for me because I like something a bit lighter than this. But the pictures that you get are pretty cool. I did see the craters of the moon, but I have to admit that I have actually seen the craters of the moon with my FZ. And I've also seen the craters of the moon. If I actually take a picture on my iPhone and just zoom in, you can actually see some very, like, not very good, not as good a clarity as this, but you can see some craters as well. So is it worth it in terms of its heaviness? I'd say for myself, it's probably a bit too heavy for me. I can't really handle the heaviness, but maybe for a guy who's got some big guns, a bit like Mr. Ash Cairo, what?
Just getting ready to control the beast. I can't do it.
Again, you know, Ash is used to big things. He couldn't even handle it.
Yeah, I'm saying it. It wasn't too big enough for me. So, price-wise as well, this guy's 3 times. It's 1,000 Australian dollars, over 1,000 Australian dollars. This guy is like $300. So, if you are looking to get a super zoom camera, you know, it depends on your situation. This obviously is the best of the best, but I wouldn't spend my money on it. And Nikon, if you're listening out there in the world, like, why not like have it extend out fully maxed out, so that way when you're zooming in, like, it doesn't counteract the weight. Yeah, or just make it small. Why is this one so small and this one so big, and they both are the same sensor size? Why? Let me know what super zoom cameras you guys use in the world. But for now, I'm gonna go use the super zoom camera technology on something very, very useful. It's very slow to zoom in. Very, very slow. You're not doing anything sneaky with this guy. It's very, very slow. Ooh, la la. Ooh, this is big. This is the Coolpix P1000 125x optical zoom, 500x digital zoom. Oh la la, this is a beast. Oh, so it's a heavy camera. Yeah, it's a big bad boy. Look at this. Big bad boy. There you go. Lock it in, and we should, look at that, it turns right on. English, good old Australia. Look at this massive lens. For some reason there's a flash, I have no idea why, and this is just a focus ring right here. Let's put in the SD card just over there, and it goes this way up. Yellow. Just for comparison, this is my current GA5. It's only a 60x optical zoom, so this one's more than double. And size-wise comparison, yeah, it's a massive upgrade. Features, you get a microphone jack, so you can, if you want, you can vlog with this camera. Check it out right here. Yo, check out the size of my, straight up I'm setting it to 4K, frame rate 30. I love to have airplane mode on to make sure there's nothing interfering with the microphones, and, you know, less radiation. Why'd you need it? Let me switch over to movie mode. Vibration reduction, digital zoom on, perfect. All right, hope you found this video useful, and of course, hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's very slow. Oh yeah, oh, what are you zooming at?